Well, let's take a look at the lineups. RZ once again missing their top scorer tonight. Their Brazilian striker Ari is serving the third game of a 3-match suspension. Moussa Dembele has been doubtful with a groin problem, but he's okay. He's going to be a threat, certainly along with Graziano Pelle up front and Seaman Choma, who's fit again after an ankle injury. As for Everton, several of their first teamers arrested today, including Yakubu, Cahill, Arteta, Howard, Neville, Yobo. They've all stayed on Merseyside. They haven't travelled, but it's still a very strong lineup. It includes a first start for Thomas Gravesen since his return to the club for his second spell. So Europe's longest standing unbeaten home record is on the line tonight, as RZ look to join Everton in the last 32 of this year's UEFA Cup. Early chance here for Seaman Choma, 27-year-old German who's just back after an ankle injury. Offside as the ball was headed on by his partner up there, Moussa Dembele, Graziano Pelle. Those three very much the men Everton have to watch this evening. A win for RZ will definitely see them through. They might still progress even if they lose. It would depend on them doing better than Nuremberg, who are playing in Greece against Larissa. We'll keep you posted on the latest score from there. But, critical that the two matches both kick off at the same time. Here's Andrew Johnson! What a start! Well, Everton are the group winners already. But Andrew Johnson, what a perfect start it is for him. A nightmare from RZ's point of view. Johnson's been in terrific form in his last 5 English Premier League matches. 3 goals he scored, all of those were from the substitutes bench. And here he manages to wriggle away from his marker, Mendes de Silva, and slide it underneath Waterman. Through the legs of Greta Steinsen. Slight deflection on the way through. Poor defending has allowed Andrew Johnson in, and Everton are a goal to the good inside the opening couple of minutes here. This Steinsen. Pivot off the chest, back to Vessels. A few of these Everton players are lacking a bit of match fitness. What a great opportunity it is to give them a run out tonight. And Johnson has given them the lead. Here's Anicevic. Gravesen sliding in. Pelle. Dembele and Choma. The ultimate quest is to reach the City of Manchester Stadium for the UEFA Cup final. That'll be on the 14th of May next year. Mixed fortunes for these two in this particular competition down the years as well. Everton playing in their 5th campaign, the best they achieved, the second round. In 1978-79, they were eliminated by Dukla Prague. I see David Moyes and a number of the supporters very well wrapped up as Everton just get caught offside there. As I mentioned earlier, even if RZ did indeed lose here to Everton tonight, they might need Larissa to do them a favour, but it's Larissa leading against Nuremberg at the moment. Kojle after 11 minutes. Laid off here for Demi de Zeeuw. The Dutch international unable to keep it down that time. Very much part of Marco van Basten's plans at the moment. The group the Dutch have next summer in Austria and Switzerland. Italy, France and Romania will be the Netherlands' opponents. Choma, Pele, now Dembele. De Zeeuw will go after it. In terms of the goal scorers for Louis van Gaal's men this season, I mentioned the Brazilian Ari, who's got 7 for them this year. De Zeeuw is next on the list with 5. Good cross needed. Johnson's gone tearing after it. It's a clearance, finding Pele, back helping his defenders. Suspicion of a handball there. The Turkish official thought long and hard about that. To Silva. Choma. Popped down. Only as far as Steinson. Lovely touch. Great play! Equalising goal from Graziano Pele. Look what it means to Louis van Gaal. Listen to what it means to the home fans. Well, it was a beautifully constructed goal. And it was the combination of the forwards that really unlocked Everton here. Pele on the edge of the D. Little touch, deft little touch it was from Choma. And a clinical finish from the Italian 22-year-old striker. Faintest of touches from Choma. And pinpoint accuracy from Pele. Louis van Gaal broke his ankle and his fibula in a pole vault demonstration at the start of November. He's only just had his plaster cast off, and today he's walking around on the sidelines for the first time freely. He's been using a golf buggy to help him take the training sessions lately. That equalising goal from Pele is quite a tonic. Talking to people at the club a couple of days ago, they were wondering whether Dembele would start further forward than Choma. It's the other way round today, with Choma up with Pele. Dembele operating just behind, almost like a diamond-shaped midfield. Gravison. Yarlings away for a throw. for a different outcome on the final day of last season. RZ could have been playing in the Champions League this year. They led the Dutch Championship going into the final day, only to lose to Excelsior 3-2. In the end, they came third, and then they lost in a playoff against Ajax. Cocognoli's ball in. Anichebe. Anichebe with a personal milestone to try and reach today. If he scores tonight, he'd be just the third Everton player to score in 4 different European games in the same season. Pinar's foul on Steinson. Is Pinar. Now McFadden. Done out by Yarlings. Now the tenacious Dezeu. Graziano Pelle. Moussa Dembele. Lovely play here. And Former! Wonderful effort. No wonder he's been impressing the RZ coach Louis van Gaal of late. Made a terrific run, timed it very well, and he was maybe aware that Vessels had come to his near post. There was a gap to try and aim for. Here's Johnson. Certainly Andrew Johnson has a wonderful nuisance value. So Johnson finding it hard to get a place in Everton's first team starting 11 most of the time at the moment, partly because of the wonderful form of Yakubu and Tim Cahill, who've both been left behind for this game. 5 minutes to half-time. Second-minute goal from Andrew Johnson, then Graziano Pelle cancelling it out. Dezeu on the turn. It was Carsley. Gravison with a strong challenge. Here's Dezeu. Cocognoli. Around Hibbert. Did very well indeed to get any sort of crossing there. Good driving run from the young Belgian. Here's Anichebe. Hasn't really seen too much of it so far, Victor Anichebe. And Johnson. Gravison and Lee Carsley look very much alike from a distance. Louis van Gaal, 56 years of age now. Succeeded Co-Adrianza here after the 2004-05 season. Yarling's header. Finding McFadden. Yarling's blocking the through ball to Johnson. Thumbs up for the effort though. Thomas Gravison. Experience against youth. And Cocognoli diving in. Gravison not best pleased. Fairly unorthodox from the Belgian there. Everton have a corner here. Thomas Gravison acknowledging the support from the Everton fans behind the goal here. Into Johnson. It's Johnson again. Oh, it's off the line, is it? It's back in by Jagielka. And Everton are back in front in the closing stages of the first half. RZ thought they'd cleared the initial danger, but Jagielka was on hand to tuck it away. It was Johnson who caused the initial problem. Lescott had the shot. It was cleared off the line initially by Demi Dezeyu back there. Just got a foot to it, but there was Jagielka to nod it in from close range. And Phil Jagielka has his first Everton goal. Start and finish of the first period. Seen RZ concede two very important goals here. One minute to be added at the end of the first half. RZ at the moment looking for some Greek inspiration tonight. Becoming dependent once again on Larissa doing them a favour against Nuremberg. The latest score we have from there, still the Larissa leading by a goal to nil, we understand. Tugging going on there by Choma. And a big smile for Phil Jagielka, who joined Everton from Sheffield United in the summer. £4 million he cost. There's confirmation of the added time for you. Choma. What would RZ give for an equaliser here? It's just a throw, I think. Opdan coming forward to take this for RZ. It needs to be a big boomer. Got plenty of height and presence in the box. Free kick awarded to Everton here. I'm curious what that was given for. Can't be offside from a throw. Judging by that, must be a foul throw. There's the half-time whistle. And RZ still have it all to do here. Louis van Gaal's team conceding goals at the beginning and end of the first period to Andrew Johnson and Phil Jagielka. Graziano Pelle had scored between times, but at the moment RZ are looking ever more dependent on the Greek club Larissa doing them a favour against Nuremberg. Latest score from there, it's now 1-1, and RZ, as it stands at half-time, would miss out on a place in the last 32. Stand by for a thrilling second 45 minutes, we hope. But at half-time, RZ 1, Everton 2. Has to go forward over the line. Just about managed it second time around. So RZ in the red and white strip, kicking from right to left in the second period. And right at the end of the first period, combination of events that put them out of the qualifying places for now at least. For RZ to book their passage, a quick reminder, a win will guarantee them passage to the last 32. A draw may be enough, even a defeat may be enough, but that depends on the other match in the group being played at exactly the same time between Larissa and Nuremberg. And the referee has been at pains here to make sure that the two halves kick off at exactly the right moment. No advantage to be gained by anybody in this competition by knowing what's been happening elsewhere, that's for sure. Dezeu to Ruud Former, finding Harry Obdam. Obdam and Pocagnoli, the two players operating down the left flank for RZ today. Yarlins and Mendes da Silva, the two centre-backs. Yarlins too high for Graziano Pelle. Sort of height and physical status to trouble the Everton defence, that's for sure. He's shown a few very neat touches as well. The support from the home fans tonight has been terrific. Everton too have got a large contingent who've travelled to the Netherlands. It'll be a late night home for many of them. Simon Choma to Sebastian Pocagnoli. Choma looking for Pelle. Choma. Obdam. Jagielka in strongly. Is Obdam screening it away from Thomas Gravesen. Obdam to Graziano Pelle, tracked by Jolien Lescott. England international now, of course. Here's Choma. Plenty of swerve on that. Vessel's almost spilled it for a moment or two. The Everton travelling fans leading the hats and scarves tonight. Dezeu's made the run. His ball towards Graziano Pelle. Safely scooped up by Stefan Wessels. Wessels has had a couple of English Premier League appearances this season against Manchester United and Aston Villa, but apart from that he's been limited to the League Cup and one appearance in the UEFA Cup in the home game against Metalist Kharkiv of the Ukraine. Gravesen. Stephen Pienaar. Whistles for the former Ajax player. Anichevi looking for Johnson's toe. Johnson! Boy, Vaterman, the goalkeeper, living a very dangerous existence there for a moment. News coming through from Greece that Nuremberg have got a second goal and Mintal has scored it. So the news is worse still for RZ now. The significance of that goal is really that Nuremberg would jump as it stands up to second place in the group, and RZ will need 2 more goals at least to qualify. A 2-2 draw wouldn't be enough. In by Hibbert. Good save by the goalkeeper, Vaterman. It's scrambled away by Yarlins. McFadden with a glancing touch. On for Johnson now. Oh, that's a desperate foul from Former. On an Ichibi. Oh boy, Vatanen. It was a clean hit from Pinar, but right at the goalkeeper in fairness. They just desperately need to get some momentum going forward here. Zayu underneath it, too high for Lescott, helped out by Carsley. Away by Nuno Valente. Forward. Steint. Former. That's a very intelligent pass out to Bocconioli here, having a go at Hibbert once again. He's gotten around the outside a couple of times to Zayu. Again, he's finding Jagielka very difficult to pass. It's about 50-50 in those duels between Hibbert and Bocconioli. Double change coming up then. Zayu replaced by Julian Jenner. Before Choma considers taking the corner, it's Jenner who's going to take it. And is Choma coming off? He's not sure. Not for the moment. Not for the moment! They've got a goal back. It's 2-2. And it's the captain, Q Yarlines, who scored it. Maybe that just gives the Dutch side a lifeline here. Well, he met it beautifully, and it couldn't have been better placed. Vessels outstretched. He rose above Lescott, and somehow, even though the ball was maybe just a little behind him, he still managed to direct it into the bottom corner. Super header. We're back to 2-2. Well, Munir El Hamdawi is on. That's the second change, and he's come on for Seaman Choma. Well, what a thrilling last passage of the game we have here. Yarlines on 65 minutes, 25 minutes to go. Now one more goal for RZ now, and they would be guaranteed qualification. The pendulum swinging one way, then the other. Here's Opdam. Fans really do have something to sing about now. Two substitutes. Number 7, Jenner, who's a midfielder, and El Hamdawi, who has played for the Dutch under-21 team, but he is of Moroccan extraction. He is a forward by trade. What RZ cannot afford to do is to go behind for a third time. They've fought back twice already. This is El Hamdawi. Dembele seems to be playing a little bit more further forward now. He's taken up Choma's role, if you like, in towards Graziano Pelle, cleared by Lescott. Here's Gravison. Everton themselves to make a double change here. And Johnson is the first player coming off. Johnson, who scored in the second minute of the match, used to be replaced by James Vaughan. And Stephen Pinar is coming off. I think it's Johnson. We'll confirm that for you in just a moment. Vidarsson for Pienaar is one of the changes. And indeed, Johnson off and Vaughan on is the other. There's Thomas Gravesen. Vaughan on the far side. Oh, what a moment this is! It's 3-2 for Everton. It's James Vaughan, and that may prove to be the final nail in RZ's coffin. Indeed, it may also be the end of their illustrious unbeaten home record in European competition. David Moyes' team is on a real roll at the moment. And Ichibi just lifting it beyond Mendes de Silva. It didn't look for a moment as if it would have the legs to get over the line, but Vaughan has found the right angle, and with it he may well have found the goal that puts RZ out of this year's tournament. Vaughan, who's Everton's youngest ever scorer in the English Premier League. Change here, the third and final change, sees Jack Rodwell coming on for the final moments. And he becomes Everton's youngest ever player in European competition. Very close one there. So the Netherlands didn't have the greatest luck in the world, or indeed the form or the results to go with it in the UEFA Champions League. But one of their teams who they were hoping would get through to the last 32 of the UEFA Cup tonight looked to be on their way out. Jena against Carsley. This is El Amdawi. It needs something magical. It's Agustin! What a chance that was! The referee points for a corner. And suddenly it opened up here. He was onside, Kemi Agustin. The referee seemed to point for a corner here. Did Vessels get to this? I don't think he did. You can't fault the support. That has been monumental from the 17,000 jammed into the stadium tonight. And it's twist or bust, really. It's a big money gamble. Moussa Dembele. David Mendes de Silva. Really good hit. Vessels with the block. And second time against Pele as well. El Amdawi just trying to work an opening. Everton have been disciplined in keeping their shape throughout this match. Optam's cross now. Too high for Pele. Jena will try and retrieve it here. Last few minutes, Jena's ball in. Agustin with a knockdown. Pele on the turn. Jabbed clear by Jagielka. Mendes de Silva was swerving quite awkwardly for the goalkeeper. Here's Vaughan. Nichabi can hold it up for Everton. Well, he can't. RZ need 2 goals in as many minutes. Louis van Gaal, who won the Champions League in 1995 with Ajax, the UEFA Cup in 1992. So many titles in his curriculum vitae, 3 Dutch titles, 2 Spanish titles with Barcelona, plus the domestic cups, of course. But even he can't rescue this, surely. It's away by Hibbert. Now McFadden. Everton just trying to take the sting out of the match. 3 times they've been in front, twice they've been pulled back to level terms. Here's Vaughan, chance for a 4th goal maybe. McFadden seemed to give that up when it went past him. The electronic board down on the sidelines doesn't seem to be indicating much at all there. But we understand there are 3 added minutes. That's what's between RZ and elimination from the UEFA Cup. And indeed from losing this unbeaten home record in Europe. Jenner's cross. Off the flag for a corner. Towards Mendes de Silva. Kelly was behind him. Well, Everton can look forward to a wonderful match in prospect at Manchester United at Old Trafford on Sunday. Coming strong here with an Ichabi. He really let fly there, but Vatterman well placed to save it. You have to say that RZ are giving everything they can, but they've just found Everton too strong. Mendes de Silva getting further and further forward. Graziano Pele, Jenner. They've run out of steam. It was never looking good for them when they hadn't done enough by the time they faced the outright group winners, but they still have had their chances tonight. Twice they've come from behind to draw level. Always maybe a favour too many to ask of Larissa to beat Nuremberg. Losing at home to Everton, that is exactly what they needed for Larissa to beat Nuremberg. You have to give credit to Everton as well, of course. They've left out a number of their star players. They fielded a very strong side. They've nodded a couple of youngsters as well. Been thoroughly well organised, and they'll maintain this terrific run they have in all competitions of being unbeaten. It stretches back to the 20th of October. Off down. Graziano Pele, El Amdawi, Dembele looking for Mendes de Silva. It's not going to happen for them. RZ are out of this year's UEFA Cup, despite the very best efforts of Louis van Gaal and his players. They came back twice against Everton, the Group A winners, but in the end Everton were just too strong. It's 5 European wins in a row now for Everton. That equals a record for them set some 22-23 years ago. Johnson, Jagielka and Vaughan Everton scorers tonight. Pele and Jalins for RZ. That's one of the Netherlands' top teams is out of Europe. Final score, it's RZ 2, Everton 3.